Hello people, my name is Ferdy and in this tutorial I will show you how you can work with custom post types and advanced custom fields using Elementor Pro. By default, a WordPress installation comes with pages and posts, but with custom post types you can add anything below that. Portfolio items, team members, advertisements, tutorials, whatever you have in mind. By default, a custom post type will look like this. You will have a title and a place where you can add some content. But with advanced custom fields, you can add more fields to any post type, like a date, address, square meters, color. In my case with tutorials, I can add a URL field, a time field, a featured field that will show the visitors which tools I use in my tutorials. And when you fill in all this information on your website, you can use Elementor Pro to display all this information in a beautiful way. And in that way, all your custom post types, in my case tutorials, will be displayed in the same way. With the principles I teach you in this tutorial, you'll be able to create a website like this. Or like this. This tutorial is part of a complete Elementor Pro tutorial that you can watch for free by going to ferdy.com/Elementor Pro. Hit enter and there you see the tutorial and all the other tutorials that are attached to that tutorial so you can learn anything you need to learn in order to create amazing websites using Elementor Pro. If you don't have Elementor Pro yet, let me show you how you can get it. You can go to ferdy.com/Elementor. Hit enter. And you'll be redirected to the Elementor Pro plugin page. There are 4 plans. If you take a look at the essential plan, that's for one website, but it does not have all the widgets there are. And it's also missing a few important features we need in this tutorial. So I would go for the advanced plan. That's 99 euros or dollars per year. You can install it on 3 websites. You have premium support and 82 widgets. And you also have the pop-up builder, custom code and CSS, e-commerce features, and collaborative notes. Now let's continue with this tutorial. When you start to combine Elementor Pro with advanced custom fields and post types, it opens up a whole new world of possibilities. And in this tutorial, I will show you how you can apply that. So what is a post type? If I go to the backend of my website, and a post type is this: posts or media or pages. So if I click on pages, I can create a new page and it will be added over here. If I go to posts, I can add blog post over here. I have categories, tags. So this is a custom post type, but I can also create a new custom post type. And if I take a look at those blog posts and I go to the blog page, using Elementor Pro, I created this page and I made sure that all the blog posts are displayed like this. And I decided what I want to display over here. For instance, the featured image, the title, an excerpt, and a read more button. If I click on that read more button, I go to the single blog post, and using Elementor Pro, I created this template so that all blog posts will be displayed like this with the right advertisements here at the side based on the information of the blog post. I decided every blog post should have a comment section, some information about me, recent blog post or more blog posts. That's what we all can do using Elementor Pro. So besides blog posts, I want to show tutorials. So I'll show you how you can create a custom post type and then add extra information using advanced custom fields. So I go to the backend. I close this. I don't want to display all this stuff. I go to plugins, add new, and I go for a free tool that is called ACF, Advanced Custom Fields. I click on install now. My latest tutorial about this was, I think, 4 years ago, and a lot has changed. It is made a lot easier to create advanced custom fields and custom post types. You can do everything within the advanced custom fields plugin and Elementor Pro. Before I needed to have multiple tools. Now I only need one, and of course Elementor Pro. So I click on activate. It's activated. I refresh the page and then over here I see ACF. I have field groups, post types, taxonomies, option pages, and tools. So in order to create my post type over here, tutorials, I go to ACF and I go to post types. I click on add new and now I can give this a name. Well, plural is tutorials and singular is tutorial. You see examples over here. post type key. This will be displayed over here after ferdy.com/tutorial/ and then the title of the tutorial. Taxonomies, I leave them for what they are right now. We're going to create our own taxonomies. I want this to be public. So I click on save the changes. And now I see tutorials over here. So if I click on tutorials, I can add a new tutorial. For instance, how to make a WordPress website. Let me close this. So I have three things: title, the content, and if I want to, I can have a featured image. So if I click on that, I can go for this, how to make a WordPress website, featured image. So only three things. Awesome. Let me go back. So now I see tutorials, how to make a WordPress website. And if I click on it, title, content, and a featured image. Well, I want to have more information over here. So let me take a look at that. But first I want to take a look at this. I don't want to show this. I want to make it look better. So I can go back to advanced custom fields, post types. Then I click on tutorials. I scroll down and I go for the advanced configuration. I scroll down and what I want to display at visibility, I want to display a cool tutorial icon instead of this. So over here, it says menu icon and I can have a certain icon. If I click over here, I can fill in the filter, so I can go for video. So I want to have this one. When I see this one over here, I can see dash icon, dash video, dash alt 3. I copy this. I can paste it here and then save the changes and look at this. Now I see tutorials. How cool is that? I think it's really cool. I scroll back to the advanced settings to visibility, because the second thing I want to do, I want to show this or display this below the posts. So I have to count 1, 2, and then in between I want to have the tutorial. So I need to have a custom menu position of 3. Save it. Well, it's also counting the sub items, so I need to say 4. Save it, and now I have the dashboard, posts, and then tutorials. Okay. What I want to do when I have the blog post, I go over here. Here at the right, I see categories. I want to have the same at my tutorials, because my tutorials also have categories. In order to create that, I go back to ACF taxonomies. And then I want to create a new taxonomy. It's called categories, plural, singular, category. And the taxonomy key, I call this one. I cannot say category because I already have the taxonomy key category at blog post. So I will say tutorial dash category singular. And then the post type, I need to link this to a certain post type. So in this case, it is tutorials. So if I click over here, I scroll down and there I see tutorial. I want to make it hierarchical, hierarchical. And now if I go to my tutorial, all tutorials, I click over here. And now I have categories. So I can create a new category, which is WordPress. Add the new category. I can add a new category. So I can say affiliate marketing. Add it. I can say WooCommerce. I can say courses. I can say making money. Yeah. So when I create a new category, automatically it's also selected. Well, in this case, it's about WordPress. So I uncheck everything else. I can also say I create a subcategory. So WordPress, make a website. And then the parent category is WordPress. So now it is a subcategory. Update. Great. And also here I see all tutorials, and then I see categories. I can see all the categories that are related to tutorials. So in that case, we have almost the same thing here as the blog post, because I can also have tags. That's the next thing. ACF, taxonomies, add new. I call this one tags. Singular tag. I call this one tutorial tags. And then the post type, again, I select tutorial. This time it's not hierarchical. Yes. Let me see if I can do something over here. I think it's all fine. Save the changes. So now if I go to tutorials, I also see tags. If I go to the tutorial how to make a WordPress website, I see a new area over here, tags. So I can say WordPress, comma, make a website, tutorial. So now I have a few tags, update, good for the search results. So now I have the same thing as with posts, all posts, add a new post, categories and tags, all tutorials, add a new tutorial, categories and tags. But wait, there is more. First, I get rid of the one, because every time I'm like, oh, I need to do something over here. Get rid of all the notifications. Yes. Let me show you what we can do. So we have created our custom post type. Now let's talk about creating custom fields for that custom post type. We can take a look at field groups. Right now, if I go to tutorials, add a new tutorial, I only see the title. We can have the content over here. We have categories, tags, and a featured image. I want to have more information over here. In order to get that, we need to go to the field groups and add advanced custom fields. So I click over here. Then I go to ACF, not post types, but field groups. This is cool. I click on add new. And now I can make sure that when people fill in some information over here at tutorials, they have extra fields to fill in information I require. So for instance, since I'm talking about tutorials, what I want to have over here is a field group called URL. Field label. So people know what to fill in. I say YouTube URL. So over here, I fill in the YouTube URL of the video I want to display. And then through Elementor Pro, I can decide how I want to display it and where I want to display it. Before I continue, I want to give this field group a name. Really simple, tutorials. Okay, automatically this is created. That's fine. The default value is nothing. So I can save the changes. And now I have one advanced custom field. I can add another one. And by default, it's a text field. So people can fill in a text field with a text, one line, or text area, a number, a range, an email. You see them all over here. Checkbox, button group, link, post object, Google Maps. I can also browse the fields, so I get a better overview of what is possible. And I want to go for a time picker. I want to show how long the video takes. So I go to basic, no content, choice, relational, advanced, a time picker. There you go. So it will look like that. Select field. The field label is duration of my YouTube tutorial. Tap, and then automatically it will be duration like that. How do I want to display this? Well, not with AM and PM, but with custom. Then I get rid of the A. I don't want to talk about AM or PM, just about time. Also here, return format, same. Save the changes. So that's the second one. Then the third one, I have a special area that is timestamps. So in this case, it needs to be a text area. Time stamps, default value, nothing. Save it. And now if I go to tutorials, all tutorials, click on this one, I see nothing else. So in order to link those custom fields to the custom post types of tutorials, I need to go back. I need to go to ACF, field groups, tutorials. And now I scroll down and I say, show these field groups if the post type is equal to post. So if I would go to the posts, to this one, scroll all the way down, then below, I see this tutorials, YouTube URL, duration, and timestamps. So I need to bring it to the right place by going to ACF, field groups, click on tutorials, And then over here, I say it should be tutorial. Save the changes. And now when I go to all the tutorials, click over here. Look at this, the YouTube URL, the duration, timestamp. That's the power of advanced custom fields. So here, if I create this over here, I can fill in the YouTube URL, the duration and the timestamps. And then I can make sure that through Elementor Pro, it will be displayed on this website. And then I can have the content. So we'll talk about it later. We're going to take it to the next level. We're going to refer in our custom field to another custom post type that we're going to create. I want to go to advanced custom fields, field groups, tutorials. Actually, I want to have a field where I can select posts of other post types. What are you talking about, Ferdy? Let me explain to you. It's going to be maybe a bit of a deeper dive. Just follow along and everything will be fine. So I'm going to create a new post type. So I go to post types, add new, and I call this one recommended. What kind of products do I want to show on my website? So over here, I call this also recommended because it's the same plural and singular. Over here, I say recommended taxonomies, nothing yet. Advanced. I want to bring this below tutorials. So I go to visibility and I say, let's do 7 below tutorials. Awesome. It has this beautiful icon. I want to change that. So I search over here for plugin. This one, because I already have the other one at plugins over here. So I want to have another one with a check, or even better, a heart, because I love those recommendations. What I'll do over here, I will create a list on my website with all my recommended tools. So I go to visibility, change this to a heart. So now it is a heart. Awesome. And then I want to go to taxonomies, add new. Again, categories, plural, and category, singular, but not category taxonomy because that's already at the blog post. So I say recommended category. Post types. I want to select recommended hierarchical. There it is again. And I save it. So now here at the recommended, all recommendations, I can click on add new. And over here I have the categories. I want to have 3 categories. So I click on add new category. And the first one is themes. The second one is plugins. And the third one is tools. Uncheck them all. It's already published. Go back. So now here at categories, I have plugins, themes, tools. So now I'm going to create a few recommendations really fast. The first one is the Blocksy theme. I go for a theme. Then I go for the Divi theme, which is also a theme. Then let's go for the free version of Elementor, which is a plugin. And then one more. Sometimes I can use Photoshop, which is a tool. And I can also use Canva, which is also a tool. So I can create pages with custom fields with a lot of information, the pros and the cons about all these tools. But now, since I've created this, I can go back to ACF, post types, field groups, tutorials. I add a new field and I can click over here, browse all fields. I want to go to relational. Let's get personal over here. Relationship. Wow, 2 rings, you know, the eternal commitment to each other, no matter what happens in life. Wow. So click on relationships, select a field. And now what I want to display over here are the recommended tools I use in this particular tutorial. So the field label, will be featured. I want to select the recommended post type. Filter by taxonomy. No, only filter it by search. I want to save it. So we talked about creating a custom post type. Then we added custom fields to that custom post type. We referred in that custom post field to another custom post type. Now let's put it into practice and fill in a custom post type. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I go to tutorials, all tutorials. I click over here on how to make a WordPress website. Let's fill in all this information over here. So I go to YouTube, how to make a website 2024. There it is, 2 months ago. Copy the link address. Let me see, after the and sign, everything else can go away. This is the link, copy it. And over here, I paste it. The duration of the video, 4 hours and 20 minutes. So over here, I say 4 hours and 20 minutes, select. Then there are timestamps. So I go to the video. I open this. I want to get all the timestamps. Copy. I go back and I place them over here, except for timestamps. Now I want to scroll down to featured, and what is used in this tutorial, I use Elementor, I use the Blocksy theme, and I use Canva. Then I want to go to the categories. Awesome, we already talked about the categories and the tags. I could say Canva, Blocksy theme. Okay, update. Now if I take a look, nothing is displayed, only the title, but it looks weird. We have done a lot already. I hope you like it. If you do so, please like this video, give it a thumbs up somewhere below the screen. I don't know where, but you probably know where. And then what we're going to do right now, we're going to use Elementor Pro to put all the information from the custom post type with all the custom fields, put it into a beautiful design that can be used for all specific custom post types you want. Let me show you how right now. We need to create a template using Elementor Pro to display all this information. And that's what we're going to do. So I go back, I go to Elementor or to templates, theme builder, and then I go for the single post. Open it. There's already one for the blog post. I want to create a new one. No, thank you. I don't need a template. I click over here and I call this one single tutorial. Publish. And now it will ask me, where do you want me to display this template? So this is cool. Now I say add a condition. Not all singular posts, because that's also the blog post and also all the recommendations. No, I scroll down and look at this. I've recommended, I have tutorials. So now I only want to show the tutorials in this template. All of them. Save and close. So look at this. This is going to be so cool. Oh man, I'm so excited. What I can do, I can click on the plus. I want to go for this area. Everything below each other. So there it is. I want to create another container over here. And you see it over here. I want to make it, keep it white, but make it in height 400 to push this down a bit. Over here, container, I say temp, because I'm going to get rid of it later. So I need to go to this one. I call this one the video. So I click on the plus. I want to go for a video element. There it is. But what should it display? Look at this. I can link it to, let me go back to the backend, to the tutorials. I can link it to this custom field. And that now everything comes together. So we fill in all the information here, and then through a template of Elementor, we can display it how we want it. So here's the video content, and I want to link it. I click on the dynamic tag, post custom fields. I don't want to use that one. I scroll down all the way. Here at ACF, I want to link it to an ACF URL field. Then I click on it again, and the key is a YouTube URL. You don't see it over here, but look at this. If I click on the eye, I go back to the website. I go to recommendations. Tutorials. I go to this one, and I click on view. Now this is fetched. How cool is that? I think it's pretty cool. So let me bring this to the left. Close all this stuff over here. Here I can create a template. So here I have the video. What I can also add, I can add a breadcrumb. If you cannot see this, then install Yoast. You can go to the backend. Let me open it in a new tab. Go to plugins, add new. Then go to Yoast. I already showed this in another tutorial, but I can imagine that you not followed that one yet. It's about creating a block area, quite similar to what we're doing right now. Yoast, install it, and then go to Yoast, General, or excuse me, Settings. And here at Advanced, Breadcrumbs, turn it on, Show Block Page. So now I can drag this on top. There it is. Publish. So now I refresh this and I see home, how to make a WordPress website. Well, I don't like the styling, so I go to breadcrumb, style. All the text can be text, the text color. When you hover over it, it can be orange. And I want it to be a bit more bold. So if I get rid of this, I see this better. So I say bold. Publish, refresh. Okay, it's quite close over here. So what I will do, Command I, go to the video area, advanced, I say 60, not everywhere, top, right, no, right not, bottom yes, left no, and then for the tablet, I say 45 everywhere. And for the smartphone, I say 30 everywhere. Publish, refresh. Okay, here I should have more space. So let me see. Video, top 120. Publish. Okay, a bit more space. Then I go back. What do I want to display here below? Well, I would like to show the post title. I make it H2. Go to the style, typography, and then I like to say capitalize, make it a bit smaller. Like that. Publish. I have another ID. I create a new area over here with 2 columns, one small one. Yeah, this one, I make it 66 or 67, and the other one, 33. So the post title will go over here. So let me drag it here. So we will have the video on top, and after that, sorry, the title was dragged over there. The title at the left, all the content at the left, and then at the right, I want to have a sidebar with a few advertisements or something. So let me bring this back over here, publish, refresh. Yes. Then I go back to the video, advanced, bottom, not a lot of space. Also the container below. So this is the content. And then left is actually the content, tutorial content, and right is a sidebar. What else do I want to show over here? Let me go to the plus. And over here I can show post info. So let me drag that over there. I see this information. The author, I don't want to display that. What I do want to display, add an item, date, custom, and then look at this. I can work with dynamic text. So let me get rid of all those others. What I want to display over here is what we have created at the tutorial over here. So the duration. So I search over here again for advanced custom fields. Then I click over here and I go for the key duration. Yes. And if I want to have an icon, I can click here and I can go for a clock. Insert, publish. Let's take a look. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. So all the information that we fill in at the tutorial will be displayed over here. So we can add another one. This time, not the duration, but the timestamps. Well, that's not something I want to display over there. So I can click on the plus. I can go for a text area, text editor below this. And then I can get rid of this. I go to dynamic tag, scroll down, advanced custom fields, and I go for the timestamps. There it is. I can go for advanced. Do I want to have something before or after or a fallback? No. Publish, refresh. Now our timestamps are over here. Here I want to have the content of the post. So I can, let me see, click on the plus and I go for the post content. So there you go. Publish, refresh. There's no content. So I should go edit the tutorial. If I would have content over here, here is the content. Update. Let's take a look. Then it will be displayed over here. So all the content we create will be displayed here. Well, there was one other thing we want to do to display. Let me show you how you can do that. That is here below. I click on the plus and I want to go for a, let me see. I want to go for a post. So I click on, or I search for posts. I want to go for a post element. Why? Let me explain, or let me show you. Look at this. Now I display my latest post. Why would I want to do that? Well, that's not what I want to do. What I do want to do, let me close layout, go to query. I want to show the recommended tools I have over here, but they have no featured image. So let me go to the backend holding command. So I go to a new tab. I go to my recommendations. I have 5 of them. So I open the first one holding command, then the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. Then I say control tab and I go for Canva. I have a few featured images. I uploaded them already, so I can show an image of the recommended tool. The first one, second one, Photoshop. The third one is Elementor, and the fourth one, Divi, and the fifth one is Bloxy. What I've done, I made sure the aspect ratio of all the images, the resolution was the same, 1280 by 400. Now I click on update, control tab, update, control tab, update. Okay, now I close this command, W. Now I can refresh this page and look at this. I see all these related posts, but then recommendations. Why I want to display a few recommendations, or actually featured tools that I use in this tutorial. So how to make a WordPress website, I use Elementor, Canva, and the Bloxy theme. So that's what I want to display. Not all of them, we're going to talk about it later. How can I only show the ones I use? So now if I refresh this, I also see the images and we can configure this. This is one of the ways how you can do this. The only thing I don't like over here is that we work with columns. Maybe if I use a repeater, I will make a separate tutorial about that. Then we can have all the names next to each other without the columns. So I can do a few things. I can say I only will use the title, get rid of the excerpt, get rid of the get rid of the metadata. So now I only have the image and the title, or I can decide to show the image, but not show the title. Well, it's up to you. I decide to show the image. So I go to the image resolution, I say medium, and I bring this down until there's that crossing point. So arrow down, let me see, or I mean arrow up. Yeah, 0.31. Okay. I'm okay with this. I can also have more columns. I think that's better. I think that's the best if I would say 5, because then it's not too big. What I like about WordPress is that there is a whole community around it. If you have the chance, you should, or you could come to one of the WordCamps. It's all over the world, and there will be other people that are like-minded. I like it. And what I also like is that there's a big community creating stuff to help other WordPress users. And people do that with paid plugins, but some people also do that with free plugins. So I will talk about a free plugin right now. It will do something that Elementor Pro cannot do. So let me show you how to get a plugin and how to get it done. And I only want to display the tools I have written. Let me show you. Edit this tutorial. I only want to display the ones that are here at related. How can I do that? Well, in that case, I need to have another plugin, a free plugin. I go to the backend to plugins, add new, and I search for advanced queries. From this guy, advanced queries, updated a month ago to 10,000 installation. I love this tool. It's a great addition to Elementor Pro because with Elementor, you can otherwise not show this in the way I want to display this. I activate it. I go to the backend, publish, and now I refresh the page. And now I have another feature over here at the related post. Look at this. If I go to the query, look at this. There's an advanced query option. That's from the plugin we just downloaded. So what I will say, click on the plus. I want to say dynamic related posts. So those related posts, they need to be dynamic. Okay, how should they be dynamic? Related post, related post. How do you want them to be dynamic? The post is in the current custom post custom field, which is the case here at our tutorials. In our custom fields, there they are. But how are they called? Well, I know they're called related. So let me go back to advanced custom fields, field groups, tutorials, related. There is the field name related. So I copy this. And now I can scroll down and it says the post field is related post. But if I get rid of post, I only have related. You don't see it anymore. But if I publish it, only those 3 related recommended tools, the feature tools, will be displayed. Look at this. Bam. This is amazing. This is what I really love. So I use the post type tutorials. In that post type tutorials, using advanced custom fields, the free version, I can refer to related posts from the recommended post type. And when I click on it, you see nothing yet, but people can click on this and then they can see the review, the in-depth review about Canva. People can buy it. So in that way, I can link a lot within my website, and that's good for SEO. So those 3 links are links towards other posts in my website. And that's why it's called the World Wide Web, with all those internal links on my website. There are internal links within your website and there are external links towards other websites. And that's what makes it the World Wide Web. Super cool, even though we already don't use www for years. You can do it, but okay. I want to spice it up a little bit. Of course, I want to explain to people what it is. So I can go for a heading, drag it here in between. And I say featured, like that. Well, H2, but let's not make it all capitals. So over here, I transform it to capitalize, so only the first letter of every word is that big, and I make it 18. I could do something crazy, make it the primary color. Let's see how that will look. I could say featured products or featured tools. And let me come back to this one. Custom. Let me click over here. Advanced. After. Publish. Refresh. Again, click on it. Space. If you click over here, 5.40. So I should go back to the tutorial. 5.04. So I hope things are getting more clear. How everything can come together with Elementor Pro, Advanced Custom Fields, and then the extra tool, feature tools. Okay, when I hover over it, I wanted something to change. You don't see it at once, but if I go to the style, if you want to see it again, so you can edit it, you can go to query, scroll down and go click on the X, then you see everything again. Then you can go to the style, to the image, hover, and when you hover over it, what should happen? Well, we can make it brighter, we can increase the contrast, and we can increase the colors, and then you see that. Don't you like that? Publish. Let me see. Okay, real quick. Let me show you something else you can do. Loop builder. I always want to show everything. That's why my tutorials are sometimes so long. I can drag this here below. We can make a loop builder. I can create a template. I like to save what we have so far. Okay, I click over here. I call this one Elementor loop item. I can call this one featured products loop. Publish. Then I click on the plus. Down. I want to go for an image. I go for the dynamic tag featured image. Okay. Then below, I can go for post title. I can say make it H2. Bring it to the center. Make it smaller and make it capitalized. Then make it semi-bold and increase the line height, even though I don't expect it to have multiple lines. Then I go to the container, to advanced, uncheck. Then I can go over here to style, border, radius 25 or 20. And now what I can do, I can click over here, or let me go to the image, hover. Then again, we can have the extra stuff. Just like we had, we can have a duration of 0.5 seconds. 0.5. And over here, I can also make it a link, dynamic link to the post URL. When people hover over it, let me see. By default, it looks like this. Okay, there's no hover, but what I can do here at advanced, transform, hover, offset, 10 pixels. And also here I can do something like that. Advanced, transform, offset, and then down maybe. Sorry, this is the regular one. Hover, offset, 10 pixels. Maybe it's weird that it looks like that. So let's do 10. And then also here, add, transform, hover, nothing, 10. Publish. You can also do one more thing. You can do so much things. Hover, get rid of it. Transform, hover, get rid of it. Go to the whole container. Transform, hover. Scale. Let's say 1.1. Okay, publish. So we've created a loop builder. Save and go back. So now, look at this. All my blog posts are displayed like that. I can click over here and then I can say display the post. How many columns? 5. Then I go for the query. No, not post, but recommended. Look at this. And then I can go to advanced. So let me get rid of this now. Let me go to the query ID or the plus. Related post. Post. And then related. Publish. Refresh. Then I can go back to the loop builder. Let me see. If I somehow cannot edit it anymore, then I can go to the theme builder. I can go for the loop items, featured product loop, edit. Publish. Refresh. I love it, man. Okay, maybe you have already created this and you want to add something else. How can you do that? Well, let me show you. I go over here. No, I go back to ACF field groups, tutorials. I want to add another one. And actually I want to have the same as the duration, so I can duplicate it and I can rename this reading time. Reading time. The format, how should it be displayed? Only in I. That's for minutes. Also here only in I for minutes. Save the changes. Now I go back to tutorials, all tutorials. And I have a new field which is empty. The reading time is, let me do this correctly, 3 minutes. Select, update. I go back to the theme builder. I go for the single post of the tutorial. Then I have this area over here. I add another one, click over here. Then I choose reading time and it will show 3. And then I go to advanced minutes. Assuming you don't have a reading time that's 1 minute, because then it should be not be plural, but singular. But assuming that everything is longer than a minute, okay, it shows a 0. Okay, it is what it is. And to spice it up a bit, I go to the style, the icon, orange, and the text. Let's try secondary. I think I should not do that. No. Text. Yes. Okay, there's a lot of space over here. Why is that? Let me uncheck this. Also here. Uncheck this. Publish. Refresh. I think that's better. How to make a WordPress website. There is no excerpt. If I would add one, so let me edit the tutorial. And there's no excerpt over here. So if I want to add one, I go back. I go to advanced custom fields, post types, tutorials, and then I scroll down. And here I can check the excerpt at the advanced settings, excerpt. Of course, people can leave comments. Save the changes. Now I go to tutorials. And there is an excerpt. There you go. Updated. Let's take a look. I do not show it over here. So let me refresh this. And below the title, the video, I want to have an excerpt. Publish, refresh. There you go. Here's the content. So what I will do, I will go to my YouTube video. How to make a WordPress website. Ferdy. Click over here. I go to the description. I copy this. Then I edit it here at the content. All the enters are gone, all the paragraphs. So make multiple WordPress websites. So let me see how that will look. Refresh. I have my breadcrumb. I have the video, the title, how long it will take for people to read this and to watch the video. Then there's the excerpt, the featured tools. They're not linking. They're also not linking Park. That was the best joke ever. So let me go to the featured tools. Posts. Okay, I need to go to the theme builder. The loop item. This one. I only see this one. It should link to the custom URL, which is the post URL. Refresh. So now it's going to ferdy.com recommended Canva. Awesome. Then this tutorial will show you how to do this. Get a web hosting and a free domain. Awesome. Well, of course you see that this is all quite big. Let me fix it in a minute. Then there is also this area. How can I fix that? I need to do that using H2 tags. So over here, the homepage, I should say opening H2, copy this, paste it here, and then over here, /. That's it. Paste, replace, /. I'm opening the tag of the title H2 and then I'm closing it. Okay, update. So now that should also look a lot bigger. So how can we make this look better? Let me go to the theme builder. Then I go to the single post and I go for the single tutorial. I close this. So over here, I want to go to the style. This is 16. That's already the case. And I want to transform it to uppercase. The video is okay. This is okay. This is all okay. What I have over here, that's not what I want. So how can I fix that? There are two things I need to do. First, I go to the site settings, and I already did this in another tutorial. So I will walk you through this. I go to the site settings, scroll down, custom CSS, and then what you'll see is normal titles H2. So you need to type this dot normal titles H2, and then, okay, let me do it again. Dot normal titles H2, opening shift left bracket, shift right bracket, and in between I can start typing. So text, trans, and when you see it, you can give it a value, capitalize, semicolon, next one, font, size, 22 pixels, etc. And when you have recreated this, what you need to do You need to copy this title, normal titles, save the changes. So this is a CSS clause, and I need to assign the whole content area. So I click over here. So if I bring this to the right, let me see the post content, go to advanced, and then here, CSS clauses, I paste it. Awesome. So that looks a lot better. Here we need to do the same. So I copy this. I go to the text area, advanced, paste it here. Yes. So what else do I want to place? Publish. I click on the plus. I want to go for a comments area. So I drag it here below. It says comments are closed. I need to turn it on. How can I do that? Let me go to the website or click on the eye, go to the backend, and then I go to advanced custom fields, post types, and I go for tutorials. I scroll down, turn on comments over here, turn on the excerpt, and then I go to tutorials, all tutorials, how to make a WordPress website, quick edit, and then allow comments, update. Okay. I refresh the page. Scroll down. Comments are closed. It says if I refresh this page, this is now bigger, too big. So let me fix that in a minute. Here I can leave a comment. So if I say this is great, then I will see that area where we can leave comments. Refresh. Let me see. Yeah. Let me do it like this. Publish. So now they are finally shown. Leave a reply. This is really big. So what I need to do, click over here, advanced, and again say normal titles. Okay, what else? Click on the plus. I want to say something about myself over here. So an author box about Ferdy Korpershoek. I see nothing else. So I can have the image above and in the center. That's what I prefer. Let me see, go to the style, author, name, not that big. It can be a bit bolder. Publish. If I want to fill in some information over here, I need to click on the eye. Over here, go to edit profile. By the way, I'm talking softer because it's late at night. That's why I don't want to wake up kids and stuff. So that's why I'm talking a little bit less loud. I have a text over here. Update. Refresh. Now it says this about me. Awesome. There are more things I want to do. So let me show you what. I want to go to the content. If I would go to the style, color, and I say secondary, then it's clear. There's background. So let's keep it for now because I want to show you how you can give it a white background. So I go to the left area over here, style, background type, color, white. Okay. Then I go to the border. The border radius, I want it to be 20, like that. Then I go to advanced because the text is really close to the edge. So at padding, I would like to say 30. Like that. And what I want to do now, instead of using this dark blue color, I go to the content again. I get rid of this by clicking here. And I go to the gradient. Two colors. I go for light purple and light purple. I want to make the first color way lighter, even white. And then becomes dark like that. So what I will do over here, also here, I want to keep it really light. So white and a lighter version of the light purple. Now you get a cool effect, which is gradual. And I can also play around with the location. So I can say from 50% on, then the color needs to start. So this is all white background. And then after 50% of scrolling, then background kicks in. That's what I prefer. So that's really cool. Then I want to have a new area with related tutorials. So I click over here, click on the plus, arrow down, and I go for a heading. And I say more tutorials. Go to the style, typography, make it 18, bold. Then here below, click on the plus. I want to have recent post or just posts like that. I can have a card. I can just play around with it. How do I want to show this? I go for classic. I want to show 3 columns with 3 posts. And actually, I only want to show a few things. So let me see the image resolution. I can also use a loop builder here, but I go for the post area. Then I want to bring this down until there's the crossing point. So this one, 56, I use 16:9 as an aspect ratio. Then I want to have a title. Yes. Do I want to have an excerpt? Yes. Do I want to have a certain length for the excerpt? No. I do not want to show the date in the comments. And no, read more. Query, what do I want to show? Not the latest post, but the latest tutorials. There's only one, so only one. Oh no, I already created a few more. Okay, then I go to the style. The gap in between is okay. I go to the box. I can have a radius, but I'm okay. I want to have a box shadow. No, thanks. Background color. So if I would say orange, let's make it blue for the sake of checking something. The image. It's okay. Content, that's important for me. The title, I want it to be dark blue or light purple. And the text color. Right now I don't see it, but that doesn't matter. What I want to do, I want to create some spacing. Let me go back to the whole layout. And then the box, border radius, let's say 25 or 20. I want to have more space here. So I click on publish, refresh. Okay. Right mouse click, inspect. And then it's just start playing around. So I click over here. Padding 30 pixels. Yes, that's working. But I do not only want to have this for this area, but for the whole, this whole area. So div class, text. Let's try this. Over here. Padding 30 pixels. Yes, that works. So what I'll do, I'll copy this whole area. Go to the site settings, custom CSS. Okay. So let me make this 30, 30, 30, and 30. And then at the top, right, under, left, that's how it goes in the order. I say 10 or 0. Under, I say 0. 10. Okay, that's how I want to display this. But of course not with that background. So I click on Save the Changes. Close this. Now I go back over here to the box style. Background, definitely white. Okay. Then I go to the title. I think it can be bigger. 16. Spacing can be a bit more. 10. Then the text, the meta, the line height. Let's see, where am I? Meta. Let's see if I'm at the right area. No, sorry, the meta, of course. It's already late at night. The excerpt, this is where I want to be. Okay. Let's see the image. Hover. Yeah. So when I hover over it, I want to have a small change. Okay. Content. Yeah. Okay. Then I go to the container here, style, and then the background overlay. I go for an SVG. This one. And I say repeat, no repeat. Position bottom right. Make it fully opaque. And then I say make it 60 in blurriness. Yes. And I want to make it fixed. So when we scroll, it sticks. Awesome. That's an area I want to create. Okay. Let me get rid of this. Let's see how that will look. Refresh. Okay. Then at the lowest container, more tutorials. I can go to advanced and check this. At the bottom, I say 120. Publish. Refresh. Make it 180. Because our footer is taking some space. Okay, that's what I like. More tutorials. Here I should say 60. Yes. And the text can be bigger here. Content, meta. Am I again at the wrong place? Why? Excerpt. Publish. I want to talk about a real cool and new feature of Elementor Pro about display conditions. We can display any element or any container based on whatever we want. For instance, if you're logged in, if you're logged out, or if a user is from a certain place, or if a certain blog post is shown, then that element should be displayed. So let me show you how you can put it into practice and how it can benefit you in making websites. So in order to create the area, I click over here. I can click on the plus, go for an image. I drag this image over here. I click on the image, double click, and I call this one Hostinger. Duplicate, duplicate. The second one is Elementor. The third one is Tube Body. So I click here. If you want to follow along in the same images I use, you can go to ferdy.com/images. I already have the files over here. Hostinger. The second one is Elementor. The third one is TubeBuddy. Publish. So the goal is, when this is about Hostinger and about Elementor, I want to show this. And if it's not about TubeBuddy, I don't want to display this over here. So how can I do that? I go to the backend. Of course, here there should be links. It can be affiliate links. So right now I say hashtag. And here, hashtag. So if I want to display this, I go to the image, to advanced, and then here there is display conditions. I add a condition and I go all the way down to dynamic tags. And there are multiple ways to assign this Hostinger banner to a blog post. Well, I found this way, a certain way that's working for me, and that's the image title. When it is this, then it will be displayed. So what I need to do, I need to go and figure out what the title is of the featured image of this tutorial. So I hold Command, click on Edit Tutorial, then I scroll down. The featured image, I click on it. Then I need to go to the title. I need to do Command A or Control A. Copy. So I'm copying this. And now over here, I need to say when this is the title of the featured image of this page, then Hostinger will be displayed. So it was not showing, but if I refresh it, now it is showing. So again, single tutorial, Hostinger, advanced. If I get rid of this one, save and close, publish, refresh, it is gone. This is so cool. I love this. Oh man. Great moment to ask you for a like if you can appreciate this. So now, based on what is containing in this tutorial, I can show those ads. Now they're not sticky anymore because I said they should not be sticky. If I click over here, motion effects, stick it to the top with an offset of 70. The only thing is right now, if I make it sticky, I cannot not have more than 2 advertisements, maybe 3. Normally, this is how a page looks. So no, I would definitely not do that. What I also can do when we talk about sticky, we can also stick it to the bottom. So when I scroll down, it sticks only when we're at the latest area. Or I can make the ads smaller. Well, there's a lot we can do. Or I say, you know what? Don't stick it at all. Well, I prefer for the top. Do I want to display the sticky on a tablet? Yes. On a mobile? No, thank you. Publish. And as always, we're gonna make sure to make our content optimized for all devices. Let me show you how we can optimize it for all devices. Well, then there's the question, really important question, how does it look on other devices? Well, let's figure that out. I close this, I go to the single area. How does it look on a tablet? So far, so good. Here can be less space. So let me uncheck this. And then, okay, this is all fine. So I can leave this what it is. Sometimes, I don't know, after 25 years, still playing around with margin and padding and sometimes doing the wrong thing. So at the top, let's say 0. Let's see how that will work. Okay. So here, I could say for a tablet, I still want to have 3 columns. Looks nice. Looks nice. Looks nice. And then this. Okay. Click over here. Go to layout. And I can say for the direction of the tablet from left to right. Great. And then in real time, only the ones that are applicable will be shown. More tutorials. How about 3 columns for a tablet? That looks weird. How about 2? Solved. And then, hey, where's my text? And then for a smartphone, okay, here should definitely something needs to happen over here. So I click over here, say 30 everywhere. Even though, yes, it's necessary because, well, yeah, it is necessary. Okay, over here, style, the author, the title, where's the title? The name. And I think also for a phone, it should be displayed different. Let me see if I can fix that. Source, current author, profile picture, display name. Should be displayed like this. But now it's doing it everywhere, I guess. So let's see. So if I scroll down, okay, I think the Ferdy can be a little bit less big also here. So author, name. Tablet. Yes. Perfect. So this is how it looks. This is weird, what I can do. Go over here, scroll down, and then figure it out. So I think it's at the bottom. No, then it's here. Yes, make that 60. Refresh. It is in front of the header. So what's going wrong over here? Advanced Z index -5. Refresh. So let me see at the end. It should not be like that. It should be in front. It should be behind the header. How about, what's going on? I just said minus. What is going on over here? It's gone. Okay, let me do it individually. -10. Let's see what it does. Refresh. Okay. So what I also can do, I can hover over white header sticky. So when I scroll, it appears. There it is. Click over here. And then with Z index and advanced, I should say 99. 999. So it should be in front of everything. Let's take a look. Okay, let's go to the tutorial. View the tutorial. Yes. That's how I work. Sometimes it doesn't work and I need to find a way to make it work. Now it works. I hope you can appreciate what I've created so far for you. I hope it's helpful, you like it, and you like my jokes. And now I want to show you something else. Let me show you without telling you what I'm going to show you, because I don't know actually. Let me show you what we're going to do next. That was not a joke. It was real. Let's continue. Okay, it's optimized for all devices. So now I want to take a look at the tutorials page. There's nothing. If I go to the blog page, it looks like this. That's because of the blog archive. Well, this is also an archive, but Elementor doesn't know that. So what I can do, I can edit this with Elementor. Well, it's not the case yet. So let me edit the page. Now at tutorials, I say edit with Elementor. Now I can create an area over here. calling this temp, making it 500 in height. Go to the style, give it a weird color just to see that it is working. Yes, the tutorial space looks like this, but I want to go to the blog page and have the same result, except for another name. I already created a tutorial on how to create the blog archive template. So what I'll do, I will refer you to another tutorial. In order to follow that tutorial, go to ferdy.com/Elementor Pro. Hit enter. Here you see my big tutorial, more than 4.5 hours about how to make a website using Elementor Pro. And then there are additional tutorials. If you scroll here, how to create a web shop using Elementor Pro, create an advanced website using advanced custom fields. That is the tutorial you're following right now. And then there's this one, create a blog archive and single post template. I go to tutorials. This is now what has been shown. So I go to the theme builder. Then there is the archive page, to the blog archive. Export. There it goes. Now I go to tutorials, edit with Elementor. I need to create a new area, so let me do that over here. But instead of clicking on the plus, I click on the folder. I go for my templates, the blog archive, insert it. Let's click on apply. There you go. I drag the temp all the way down. It's already optimized, already created it. You can learn how to create this in the tutorial about creating a template using Elementor Pro. Then over here I say tutorials. I need to go to advanced. Make this a little bit wider. As I said, there are multiple ways to do things in Elementor Pro. Publish. Then I go over here. And instead of showing the post, I go to query and I say show the tutorials. There's only one right now. But now I can navigate. So I go to blog. It says this. I go to tutorials. It says home tutorials. I can click over here. And then I see the tutorial page. So that's what we've created. And in that way, you can work with advanced custom fields and Elementor Pro. Thank you for watching this tutorial. This tutorial is part of a complete Elementor Pro tutorial that you can watch for free by going to ferdy.com/Elementor Pro. Hit enter. And there you see the tutorial and all the other tutorials that are attached to that tutorial, so you can learn anything you need to learn in order to create amazing websites using Elementor Pro. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you like this video, then please like the video and feel free to subscribe for more upcoming tutorials on how to make websites and generate money with them. Have a great day and good luck with your business and with your life.